Good evening. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. It seems like your voice is a little bit breaking.
Hear you.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
Hello.
All right. It seems like there are only 7 of us, so let's wait for 5 more minutes before we start class.
Good. That's fine. Thank you.
Welcome. Well, it's 7:07 right now, so I think it's better that we start the class because the class is recorded. So other students might join later or they can watch the lecture later on, or else we'll be late. Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to your marketing management course. My name is Ben, and I'll be your lecturer for this course. We will start today on the 9th of April, and we are expected to finish on May 16th. And there would be a little some discussion that I need to ask you guys when there will be full of you in the class, because we are going to have another big holiday at the end of April. You may have heard on the 30th of April and on the 1st of May. So we will be missing 2 sessions. So that's why there will be some of the sessions at the end, towards the end of the course, that we might need to extend the class duration up to 3 hours in order to make up the class materials and to keep up with like to keep up with all the materials that needed to be delivered. So we will discuss about that later, and or I will send out an email with the Google form so that you can, start voting. So which one, which option do you prefer? Either if we can discuss it in the classroom and decide on whether if we, like there you guys are okay with having some extra sessions, preferably during the weekends, because our class is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But then we need some makeup sessions, preferably on the weekends. So do you guys prefer that we discuss that, at the end of the class, or is it better if I send out an email with the Google form so that, I can get all the votes from you?
For me, I think I prefer the second options, that we will make the Google form and vote on the list. Yeah, and
Okay, I support the second option, sending the Google Forms down to for this email.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, so we will do that. I will do that. So I will send out an email to everyone in the class so that, yes, I prefer the second one as well, because I need all of your opinions so that we can come to, a conclusion. So thank you. All right. So this is just, the first draft of the study plan. So because that we are going to have approximately about 17 to 18 sessions. So the first session starts today with the, I will brief you about the course, about the expected outcomes, including the percentage of attendance that you need to attend the class, along with the assignments arrangement with the percentage. Yeah. So this is only the first draft, all right? So I will plan the final version after, after I got all the answers from you from the Google Drive, so that, I will make sure that all the sessions and all the chapters are delivered accordingly and timely as well. So basically we will be we will be studying on the Kohler and Armstrong book, which I uploaded already in the Google Classroom. So do you all have the access into the Google Classroom?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
Yes.
All right. So can you please let me know if you can access into the Google Drive? I will show you. Yeah, I will share my screen. Let me share my screen. All right. So this is your Google Classroom. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see this.
Yes, we can.
Yep, that's great. All right. So if you start clicking here in the class drive folder, you will find the book and the slides here. So I uploaded the book, The Principles of Marketing here for your reference, because I will need to ask you to read the lectures in advance before coming into the class. And in the class, we will try as much as possible to discuss what you are not sure of or your questions regarding the topic of the week. And on on this platform as well, you guys can also raise questions, ask me questions, and ask me about the lecturers about the lectures after the class. All right, so this will be our working platform. And this will be where I will be putting the group assignment requirement, guidance, guideline, and expected outcome. All right, and I will try my best to inform you guys every time that I put something new on the Google Classroom, but I do expect you guys to check it, yeah, regularly. All right. So now let's go back to the slides. All right. So again, this is just the expected study plan. So just some of, not really requirements, but just some of the classroom antiques that I need to get you guys to agree on. So hope you guys will be present during the class time and try to stay active with the questions and discussions. Yeah, so if you miss any details during the lecture, let me know ASAP by typing in the chat box, or just open your microphone and just talk to me, ask me. All right, if I talk too fast or if I talk too slow, just let me know. All right, and well, the next thing is respect your classmates and respect the deadline, because you will be working in groups most of the time. So I do expect, like some teamwork spirit here. And again, let me know if you need any support with the class attendance, because yes, I do understand that you guys are studying, in the evening, and some of you guys might still have, your work schedule. So if you need any support on that, let me know. Just, email me. All right. Is there any question?
No, you can
Not
go.
yet.
Okay, not yet. Yeah, I like that. Thank you. All right. Now, let's move on to the main part of today. So basically, like marketing management is, well, managing marketing. And you guys may have known that marketing is actually a very general term, which consists of quite some tasks, mainly to me, mainly about the customer centric, how you see the customers and how you see the market and how you connect the dots. So just a little bit about me. So I have my bachelor in international law in law school, and my master was in public administration in Finland. I studied in Tampere, and I spent about 8 years working in multinational agencies like Billionaire and JWT Mirror back in the days. And yep, I had 4 years in teaching digital marketing. I taught at RMIT and then now, well, SBS and in some local universities as well. So again, if you need any, like I will during the lectures, during the sessions, I will try to give you guys as many, real case as possible so that we do not stick with the theories too much. All right. Okay. So, here are some of the class activities and how I grade. So the midterm is going to take about 20% of your overall grade, when the final exam will take up to 30%, and your group assignment will take up about 30%. So there will be 4 short quizzes, like from 15 to 20 minutes each. So 2 will be before midterm, and 2 will be, after the midterm. Well, probably, we are not going to do, full 4 quizzes. I will try to let you guys work with your team and deliver some other results or products based on, what you guys prefer. Otherwise, we can stick with the quiz because right now I cannot tell whether if we will see after 1 or 2 group assignments, and then we will see if, you guys are enthusiastic about working on, real projects. I mean, designing, let's say, doing POSM or working on part of the marketing plan or, having like digital video or anything. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. So, the class list consists of total about 17 members. So I would expect you guys to find teammates to form a group of from 4 to 5 members. So there will be 3 groups of 4 members and 1 group of 5 members. Okay, and I will give you guys a week to do so. So you guys are supposed to get back to me with the list of your teammates by Monday next week, the latest. Or if you can find any teammates by the end of this week, by Friday, that would be great. Otherwise, your deadline is next Monday. Okay, so the overall task or the capstone project is that each group will select one new product, sorry, with the S there, one new product or service, and then design a marketing plan to launch the new product and service to the market in 2025. So basically, you can find anything. You can find any product, any service in any industry based on your interest and knowledge. I'm not limiting to anything. So your expected outcomes will be, well, the marketing plan. You guys will be presenting your marketing plan by the end of the course with the PowerPoint presentation and a written report. And you guys will need to do a video clip and a digital clip to advertise the product and the service. And leaflets, brochure, banners, or what we so-called POSM can, if applicable, can also be developed to support the marketing plan. So basically, marketing plan, it is not only for digital, it is not only online. Marketing plan consists of online and offline materials. So I will help you guys and I will guide you guys as well using the tools, using, specific tools or, using a specific app in order to create these materials. So don't worry. Okay, now let's see how many of us are here. Okay, only 13 of us. You're fine. Okay. So, just a tiny little question before we start, discussing further. What do you think marketing is? Just describe it as how you see it, how you understand it, and how you observed it.
I I see marketing as an interaction between the customers and the producers.
So it's like an interaction, you mean, you say?
Yeah, with the producer and the consumer.
Mm,
Yes.
okay.
And I feel marketing is not complete if the product has not been consumed.
Well, that's a that's a nice way of looking at it. Okay, so let's check on the meeting chat. So it means of a mean of promoting a product or a service. It's a way of putting out products or services to people or buyers. Well, that's great. Anything else and any other opinion? Okay, there's a new chat here. Okay, marketing is promoting, selling, and distributing a product or service to meet the customer needs and drive business growth. It involves understanding the target audience, creating value through products or service, and using strategies like advertising, branding, and market research to attract and retain customer. Well, Elias, it would be great if you didn't just, like Google that, but thank you for your effort. That was quite a good answer. Yeah, to deliver the right product to the targeted person at the right time. That's great. Okay, I don't see any other new message, which is actually very good that, okay. So how do you see um how do you see marketing as an end user? Like let's say you are the end user, you are the one who buys the product, right? Or to use the service. How do you see the importance of marketing? Do you think, do you think that it is important that a brand, implements a good marketing strategy or a marketing plan? Or, just a simple question. There will be two products, right? So let's say they are like equally good in quality. All right. So they are like equally good in quality. But one product, like product one, is not, you know, being well marketed. And product two is being, good distributed through, marketing channels and, through a good marketing plan. Which one would you buy? Like product one or product two? Okay, product two. So why? Why product two? Okay, Francis. Attention and attractions. Attraction, yes. Oh, information about the product. Right. What else? It's much better if you could just turn on your mic and discuss. I don't mind. I hate talking to the screen.
Left to me, I believe nobody purchases a product he has no idea about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when a product is advertised and like the awareness created on this product is nice and the information about it is known, I think it gets more people to buy it.
Mm. Okay.
It's about the
So
information. So I think it's about the information and the mood of our advertisement.
okay. So the information and the mood it created, right?
Yes. And
So
how you put out the product is how you sell.
yes,
So
on
if
how you
you
sell as
put
well.
out the product in a bad way, goes south.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Awesome. Thank you. So I noted here is that the information, the mood, and how the brand sells the product as well. So anything else and anything else that affects your buying decision.
Let me try it. I think
Yes.
the value to me, what kind of
Mm,
value it brings to me.
awesome. So the value the product brings to you. All right. So yeah, anything else? And well, it give a it give a competitive edge. All right. So it should be different, right? It should be different from other competitors. And it needs, something what we call different. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. That's great. Okay. So thank you, Francis, and thank you. Well, everyone. Sorry, I I couldn't remember all your names, but I will try to. So basically, based on what you said, what we as marketers would call it consumes in one word, which is trust. So trust is actually the very first thing, let's say, that we sell to the customer. We sell trust through giving the right information, targeting the right people at the right time. Yeah. So, okay, so you still remember the the 5 WH question, right? Like what, when, who, where, when, and how. So that's a very basic thing that we can start when working on the plan or when thinking of how to approach our target customer. So what you guys all saying here is actually, affect you, the factors that affect you. We will have the emotional approach and the informative approach. So along the way, I will explain why, some of you guys say that, if it's good to my mood, I would buy it. Or if it brings, a connective vibe, I would buy it. But some other customers would say, well, I buy it because of the value it brings to me. How people will perceive me when I use that product, what it speaks up about. Yeah, very good. So these are the learning issues for chapter 1. So basically we are trying to, okay, just give me a moment. I'm sorry. Just some else that I need to stop before continuing. All right. So here are some of the learning issues that we will cover for chapter 1. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with, too much of information. So in chapter 1, we will cover on why is marketing important? What is the scope of marketing? What you guys will be doing with the marketing plan. What are some fundamental marketing concepts you might heard of, 4 Ps or 7 Ps? And how has marketing management changed through times? And what are the tasks necessary for successful marketing management? So, what is marketing? So the American Marketing Associate said that marketing is an organizational function of a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers, and for managing customer relationships in ways that benefit the organization and its stakeholders. So essentially, marketing deals with identifying and meeting human and social needs. It is essentially about meeting needs profitably. So basically, break it into a, simple and common way to understand it. You have a product which you believe that is good, and you believe that product will benefit other people when they use it, which brings the profit back to your company. So in order to do that, you will need to understand very clearly and deeply whether if your customer needs it. Because you cannot sell something that they don't need at that time, right? So you may see a lot of products in the market which has a very short, I would say, life cycle. Like they are just, very occasional or very seasonal. They might, just come and go in 1 to 3 months. Otherwise, some other products keeps coming in the market, same category, different function, but it keeps going because there are still needs of the market. And the marketing, what I call the marketing play or marketing trick is how to scratch at the right spot of your target customer. So, what is marketing? It's actually a set of elements that may affect on the buying decision of the customer that we need to put in the marketing plan. First is the goods or the product, the services, the events and the experiences that you bring out to your target audience. The fourth thing is the persons, which is your target audience. The places and properties where to put, where you put your products, where you put your services. The organizations, the links, or, we have a very good, term in Vietnamese, which translated into English is that when you sell, you sell within, you sell with a group or you sell with a community. It's actually a very nice proverb coming from, old, very old, people in Chinatown, because I grew up in Chinatown. And, Chinese, to me, they are still one of the best, sellers or, people in marketing until today. And they have that saying, which is quite true, that when you actually sell a product, you do not stand alone. And it is true to me to this date that when you try to launch a new thing, a new product or a new service, you need your community, you need your group, you need your familiar people. The next thing is information. Marketing is not about lying about your product or, oversaying or overrate about your product or service. Marketing is about giving the right information again to the right people at the right time. So that's the information that I need you guys to remember. And in order to do that and to be different from your competitors, you will need ideas. you will need different ideas, or you will need to focus on the USP, which is the unique selling point. Okay, I would note it here, the terms that I use, all right? So USP is a unique selling point. Okay, we'll get back to that. So, yeah, I just walk you guys through the factors of the, well, entities of marketing. So you can read further, well, in the slides. Okay. Marketing of places. You can see here. Okay, so can you guys please just, share with me one of the place that you think you can do, marketing? Any place.
Social media.
Yes, social media, yay. What else? Where else? Sorry.
Search engines.
Search engines, yes. Websites, search engines. That's where we have SEO. Okay, where else? So we are talking about social media, search engines. We are talking all about digitals, right?
Traditional
Yes.
TV, radio.
Yes. TV, right? Radio. What else? Those are what I call the motion, like the motion advertising. What else?
Magazines,
Magazine, yes. Written advertising.
brochure, catalogs, yeah, etc.
Yes. Yeah. And where else? When you, let's say, yes, billboard. So let's say if you walk into a mall, right? If you walk into the mall, how do you see the people advertise their product? Where, like, where do they put on the advertisement?
Store display,
Okay. Sorry?
in the display store.
Yes, they display in store, right? And do you see like in store, and do you see like outside of the store where they have the standees and banners?
Right now they use TV video walls.
And
Something like
I think two
Yeah.
flyers are shared too.
Sorry?
There are two flyers.
Ah, flyers, yes. Oh, sorry, yes.
You come to a shop and you're given a flyer to study all about the program and the product. So I think that's the way of marketing.
Okay, that's great. So all of those things that you see, banners, like TV screen, or sorry, like banners or flyers, or like catalogs, or things that, materials, printed materials offline, we call it POSM, which stands for, do you guys know what POSM stands for?
No, Chair.
All right. So it stands for point of sale materials. So point of sale materials consists of printed materials and digital materials as well. So printed, which is offline, you can see like flyers, banners, standee. And digital materials can consist of, key visuals, or still banners, or head image or website image. Yeah. And POSM is a very important to me, very important thing or important aspect in order to reach or to catch your customers' attention. Yeah, you may see a lot of, very big players on the market who has been using POSM as, one of the biggest marketing strategy for years, like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, or now that you see on the streets, you can see Grab, and you see, before it was Grab, it was Uber, and it was, Baemin, which left Vietnam already. So those materials would affect your target audience and approach your target audience by the way you want it. Yeah. And that is like a connecting or a channel that will catch your target audience attention and let them remember you. The first step of launching a new product or a service is actually for them to remember you first. So, well, the concept of a market, well, so theory, but then again, some basic markets are the resource market, government market, manufacturer market, intermediary market, and consumer market. So this is actually the structure of flows in a modern exchange economy. So it is quite important that you understand the flow in order to get a idea of how how the modern exchange economy works. So basically, we have the government markets at the central, where it integrates with the 4 other markets, which is the resource market, manufacturer, intermediary, and the consumer. So basically, resource market will supply for manufacturers, and manufacturer will supply the goods and service to the intermediary market, and then from there it brings the goods and the services to the consumer markets. Yeah. So yeah, in between, of course, there will be the aspects of taxes of goods as well.
Sorry, just one question. Is capital
Yes.
gain market part of the marketing?
Mm-hmm.
Capital gain market, is it part of one of the elements of the market?
Sorry, what was that? What was that? The
Capital
market
gain
that
market.
oh
Yeah, so you
yeah.
mentioned all the prime markets here. Is capital gain market is part of the government market? Or yeah, it's all shares and IPO is also a good way to market your company. So is it part of government markets or I don't know?
Well,
Yeah, so my question is capital gain market is actually part of one of the major market or is just consumer or is government markets? So that's my question.
okay. So
Sorry,
the
my internet is
capital.
not very fast. I'm in a hotel.
Okay, excuse me. From what he's asking, I don't think the government market is just a market. I think the government is just there for the taxes and the other stuff. Meanwhile, the resource produces and sends to the manufacturer, from the manufacturer to the intermediary, back to the consumer. So I think it's just the government in the middle is there for the taxes and not for production.
Thank you. Yes, the government markets is actually there for the management of, like, they make sure that the needs and the demand would be balanced. And secondly, they would try to make sure about the taxes and the tariff, the tax, so that the market will not be overflooded or under market. Is it clear? Hello?
Sorry, something wrong with my internet connection. But what I'm trying to say is that capital gain market is related to I think it's related to financial services, but is it also part of marketing?
Do you like
You know,
capital
like
gain market?
companies going Yes, sorry, I think I'm having some internet connection issue here. So there's a lag in internet connection. So maybe I'm slow in I'm saying. So I'm trying to say is that capital gain market, we all know is a financial institution market. Is it part of
Mm-hmm.
any market in these 5 markets that is it part of anywhere here?
I don't personally, I don't think that it belongs to any of the market, because capital gain is, it is still an economic concept. Yeah. And as the profit earned on the sale of an asset which has increased in the value over the holding period. So basically it like, to me, it actually does not really belong to, like, any of the market here. Or if it is, I think it is somewhere, somewhere along the intermediary markets, where like where there's, let's say, this is a land, and through times, and then it increases the value. So there will be through selling, buying and selling, and it will put off the margin in between. So I don't think it belongs to the government markets at all. So I think it's just somewhere in the intermediary.
Yeah, I get it, because I think capital market is also part of marketing strategies, which I think they use to attract investor. So you're right, maybe
Well,
it's intermediary market.
yeah, because I understand your point of view, especially if your industry is in real estate, because it actually a very like concrete like example, because for the capital. But basically, if okay, that might be part of, or one part of the marketing plan, if your if that is one of the value that you want to sell to your customer. So marketing plan is very broad, and of course, based on each industry, yeah, we will customize it based on the customer needs. So for example, if your customer needs is actually investing in to get out the short term investment, or short term like short term money, so then you can put that in the marketing plan in order to persuade your target audience to make the purchase. But to me, it is not really the concept that you were talking about. It is a concept that might lead to the decision based on other external factors as well. Like, for example, the price of the time, or the buying, selling margin. So yeah, I think, that concept applies, I think, mostly in the real estate, and it is not really a big concept in marketing. It is just a choice. if you know if that is the value that you want to sell to your customer.
Okay, I got it. So the capital gain market is just like trading, and then this is another topic that we are discussing. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
But thank you for raising that up.
Okay, thanks for clarification.
Yep. Okay. So talking about the flows, like we now back to the flow. So the flow in a market, like a market system. So sellers and buyers are connected. We, like marketing is just enhancing or beautify that connection between the seller and the buyer. So the seller send the goods and services and the communications to the market. Seller, market, right? So in return, they receive the money and the information. So when you provide the correct information to the end user, there will be an exchange of money for goods and services when your customers choose to buy the goods and service from you. And also, there is an exchange of information. So please remember this. Marketing is not a one-way communication. No, it is not. It is actually a two-way communication to and with your customer. So just, a tiny example. How do you feel when you buy a product, you are not happy about it? You you give some feedback and you never heard from the brand. How do you feel?
I think that's the end of getting the product from them.
Well,
Yes,
the end of the buying, right?
Yes, I feel no one is happy when you patronize somebody and you're not attaining your premium satisfaction.
Yes.
I think your satisfaction at the end is yes, I've consumed the product, and when it's not consumed and you're trying to get like the feedback from them and you're not, I think that's the end of the communication. And I think marketing is
Yes.
more complete because there is no satisfaction.
Yep. Awesome. All right. So talking about the satisfaction, we will discuss about the customer journey later on. There is something called the customer journey where the brand takes you through five steps of the customer journeys. And yes, thank you for bringing that up. The trust and the satisfaction in the brand and in the products are very important when you do the marketing. And like talking about the two ways communications, well, the brand wants to communicate with the customers. Meanwhile, what marketers fail to understand or fail to remember is that it is more important that you hear back from your customers, you hear the feedback, you hear their opinions. Why? Because there is always space for improvements. And there is no better way. Yeah, like to me, like there is no better way than a good communication with your customers, that your customers tell you the truth, tell you what they think, what they like, what they dislike about the product or the service, so that you can try to improve, or you can try to fix, or you can try to adjust what is needed. So again, marketing, well, let's say it is not really a flow. To me, it is a two-way communication, just like any other physical forces, right? Like a motor in a car or in any motorbike. Yeah, you need back and forth. And well, a simple marketing system breakdown, I would say, a collection of sellers, or we call it the industry or the community, right? So the industry will communicate with the market, which consists of a collection of buyers. And the market will give you back the information for you to improve the goods and the services that you provide. Meanwhile, they will also give back the money or pay for the goods and the services that you sell. Well, again, if your products and services are good, that reaches their demands or satisfy them or brings them the value that they are looking for, they will return to, continue buying the goods or services. Well, some of the key customer markets consumes of, consumers market, business market, global market, and non-profit and governmental market. So in consumer market, it consumes of consumer goods and services. Let's say, soft drinks, cosmetics, spend a great deal of time trying to establish a superior brand image. Well, to me, it is not really a superior. What we can say is that we always try to be different. We always try to be new, especially if we are latecomers in the market. And let's say in the consumer market, it consumes of, FMCG, beauty, cosmetics, and like food and beverage as well. And you all know that in those industries, there are huge competition when, you launch a new product or service. The second market is a business market. Those companies selling business goods and services will often face well-trained and well-informed professional buyers who are skilled in evaluating competitive offerings. So these, like talking about these companies selling business goods and services, we can talk about, well, let's say a higher level of goods and services. Let's say training courses or certificate courses, English courses. Yeah. So when it is not something that is easily consumed, a level is a little bit higher. Let's say consuming product, and now it is more of like, information intake or information exchange, or yes, business market, it is a little bit higher. And moving up is a global market. Well, when you go to, when you shift your products outside of your country to other markets, and in each market, it has different demands and different target audience. So those are the two biggest things when you go outside of the country. And companies may face challenges and decisions regarding, let's say, which countries to enter, how to enter the country, how to adapt, and how to price their products. And okay, so let's say here's a little question and, like discussion. Let's say you have a product, locally sourced, right? So you are locally produced here, and you want to bring that product outside. Okay, let's be specific. You coconut oil. All right. So now you have coconut oil based products. Which country do you think that you can export the coconut oil or coconut oil products too, and why? Yes, you can do a little bit of Googling on potential markets. I don't mind. So this is actually, I encourage you guys to, like go on Google, go search for, information so that you can, discuss in the class. I really encourage that.
Okay, I will try without Googling.
Oh, yes.
I will sell to a country or to a place where it's landlocked and there's no sea surrounding it.
So landlocked, no sea surrounding.
Because it's not accessible to coconut. So if I have coconut, I will sell to these places. I'll be the first to sell coconut to them. Places like Ethiopia, who is landlocked.
Oh, okay.
Laos, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That's my initiative.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Keep it there and wait for others.
Roger that.
Thank you.
So for me, like we can expose to country like United States,
Yes.
Germany, and France, because they have like high demands for natural, organic, and eco-friendly products. So the markets will have strong interest in like health, beauty, and wellness for physical situations, where coconut oil like it's widely used for skincare, hair care, and food. That so consumers in those countries are familiar with those benefits of coconut oil. So I think they will to pay for a premium for quality or sustainable for those products.
Awesome.
We can't
Yes.
we can't also deny the fact that coconut oil is one of the most medicinal oils we have, rich in nutrients and helps in fat burning. So I think countries like in Indonesia, they use it for their like medicinal purposes and yeah. So I think coconut is like one of the best in health and otherwise. Yeah. So for
Well,
into
thank
that
you.
country like Indonesia, and I think they use it for their like medicinal products, their fat burning process and other stuff.
Wow. All
Thank
right. Thank you. Okay. Wow, that's great. Okay. So, first of all, thank you, Francis, for your sharing. Actually, Laos, they have very, very sweet coconut when I get there. And like most of their cuisines, like their food, not most, sorry. Many of the dishes from their cuisine consist of coconut as well.
It could be from
However,
Thailand.
sorry?
Could be from Thailand.
Oh no, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, they all can grow coconuts. You can look that up. Because like Laos, they grow most of their coconuts in the southern part, as I remember, in the southern part of Laos. Yeah. And Savanakhet, like the one that I went to, the place that I went to, Savanakhet. Like the Laos coconut is actually very small, like just the size where Vietnam and Thailand coconut can be like up to this size, up to this big. But Laos is like very small, like this. But actually, they are very sweet. very sweet. And some part of Laos has the same type of Thailand coconuts as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Just Google
basically,
it. Sorry for interruption. Yeah, I
yes, it's
just
fine.
Googled it. So it's a small scale coconut growing in the southern
Yeah.
Laos, right? Along the
Yes,
Mekong
yes,
River. So yes, there's sea
yes,
river. Okay, got it.
yes, yes. So one thing, so first thing first is we need to take a look at the nature of our product, right? So we cannot assess, well, we cannot really touch to markets where they have the same agriculture elements or, patterns, like let's say in Vietnam. So those agricultural countries that can grow coconuts can be extracted from the list already, because that will be a duplicate. So Elias gave a very interesting point, which is the benefit and the value of coconut oil that already existed in the market. As you mentioned, they, as in the customers, right? They already know about the benefits of coconut oils, which is actually very time saving that we don't need to educate them anymore, because they already know about the beneficial values that coconut oil brings to them, like skincare, healthcare, hair care as well, and as food, like the coconut flesh and coconut juice, right? Secondly, when the market has the demand, for example, US, Canada, or some European countries, they have demands because they are in, well, cold lands, and those are not really perfect for growing coconuts. So in the US, there's only like, places like Hawaii or some in hot tropical cities, part of the US that can, grow coconuts or even pineapples or even mangoes, but they don't taste that good like it is from Southeast Asia. And thirdly, um, yeah, some of you guys mentioned about how the customer perceive the importance of the product. So again, you don't need to educate the customer. Secondly, you don't need to, put extra effort in marketing for the product, and that you just need, the product to be good in order to enter the market. And yes, of course, the price needs to be affordable or like suitable for the for the new market. Okay, so very good. So thank you very much for anticipating in the discussion. This is how I like it, seriously. Thank you. All right. And well, if we take a look at the last market, which is the non-profit and governmental market, so companies selling to these markets have to price very carefully, because these organizations have limited purchasing power. So, okay, just a small question to you. If like if you're selling, if you have to sell your product or service to a non-profit or a governmental organization, why would you do that? Why would you sell? What encouraged you to sell the product to a non-profit or a governmental market? Okay, let's see a chat here. Oh, the group recruiting is on now, huh? Hi, Elias. You can actually, click in the name in the list in the participation list, and then send a personal message to Francis. Okay, so back to my question. If you have to sell your products or service to a non-profit or governmental, organization, why would you do that? What do you sell it for?
Basically it's for mission related,
Mi-
like
mission?
charity
Uh-huh.
donation. And
Uh-huh.
I think with all this is the main important point is to tax rebate.
To what? Sorry.
Have tax rebate when you do something for the non-organization profit.
Oh, okay. So tax relief. Okay.
Yeah, that's the value to me.
Oh, yeah. The value what? The value what?
Yeah, the value is tax rebate.
Oh, okay. So, sorry, I just heard that, it is for the value. So actually, like a lot of companies or a lot of, organizations that they keep, they don't say like, they don't say it like they are selling the product or the service. It says that they sponsor. Yeah, they sponsor the service or they sponsor the products. So yes, firstly, it might, because of the missions. Or secondly, take a wider, take a broader look. Some of them or a lot of them still, still sell or to still provide a service so that they can do the marketing. They can do the branding. So let's say you are a brand like a new brand, and then you say like, "Oh, I sponsored for this, non-profit huge, like huge event. I sponsored the gifts, or I sponsored the souvenirs for that event." And actually, it brings back a very good image and name for your company if you are looking for, I would say, validation or credits from the nonprofit or from the governmental market. So basically, yes, to cut it short, I think, we still sponsor or we still do the nonprofit and governmental for, well, for the branding and for the image sake, which is still good. I'm not saying it's bad. But yeah, just some, examples of, the global market, starting with, well, McDonald's, Starbucks, yeah, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, they go everywhere. Okay. Marketplaces, market spaces, and meta markets. So marketplace is physical, market space is digital, and the meta market is a cluster of complementary products and services that are closely related in the consumer's mind, but spread across a diverse set of industry. So, can anyone give me an example of the meta market products or services? Can you think of any product services that might or that are closely related in the consumer's mind? Yeah. Now we are talking. As an end user. Is there any products and services that are, closely linked to each other, but actually comes from a different industry?
I think Coke and Pepsi.
They're from the same
Definitely. Oh, shit.
same industry.
Oh,
Like, yeah, F&B. F&B is still the same industry.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Healthcare and fitness.
Okay.
Healthcare and fitness. Like, for example, like, yeah, give me like specific example.
When I go gym, I want to eat a lot of protein so that I build my muscle. So I go to healthcare and buy a lot of protein supplement.
Okay.
Okay, and also yeah, we always wear this what do you call that? This smartwatch. Oh no, it's a healthcare watch that do my
Uh-huh.
health and medical monitoring as well. And it allowed me to take care of my health, watch over my heartbeat, and also improve on my also let me be aware of the heartbeats that been beating so far while I'm exercising. That's mean I'm burning a lot of fat, so I'm exercising at the right rate, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any
And
like
also
any yes?
yes, and also like food delivery apps like Grab Foods, Ubers in Europe. Those merge food service, logistics, and app-based technology.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
I think we have travel. Hello.
Yes, I can still hear you.
Travel. Let's say talking about traveling, it's consists of maybe hotel. We have maybe car rental. We have what we talk about maybe restaurants. So
Yeah,
yeah,
travel and booking, right?
travel and booking. It has all this
Yes.
it consists of so many things in one that when you think of traveling and booking, you can get car rental, you can get airplane, you can get airplane to book a flight, you can get a hotel to book a place to stay. So something like that.
Yeah. So, well, basically we can, take also, some examples about like, like cars, automotive, everything that, includes everything related to cars. Like, but cars to, well, to have a cars, to manufacture, a car and then to sell it, it actually a flow or an integration from manufacturers like to dealerships and to even car parts, financing, insurance, and even driving schools. So when all of those aspects in the customer's mind, when they think about driving schools, they actually think about cars, because you go to driving schools in order to drive a car, right? And then when you buy a car, then you go to the dealership, and then to produce a car there will be manufacturer. So yeah, so sorry, because I love cars. So that's why that's the first thing that comes up to my mind. Okay, very good. Thank you for all the fitness and health and travel and booking. Yeah, those are great. Okay. So how is marketing done? Marketing is not done only by marketing department. So to create a strong marketing organizations, marketers must think like executives on other departments, and other departments must think like marketers. Okay, this is actually harder than it sounds. And in reality, we all have fights with other departments when it comes to doing a marketing plan. Especially, there will be fights between the planning department, the sales department, marketing department, and, well, the management. So during my time of, well, working in, let's say, well, when I was in agencies, right? And then when we are trying to build a deck of like a marketing, a proposal for our customers. So the first part is actually the customers will brief the account, well, account team and the planning team, the planners and the account. And then after that, the planners and the account will go back and then to brief back to the creative team. And well, which will work together in order to build up the ideas, the plan, the numbers, the approach, the how to. But honestly, you cannot expect a planner and an account to think like a creative and vice versa. In marketing management, to me until this day, is actually how to create a harmony environment between all of those people. Put them together in a room and then, pull out ideas and pull out, opinions from them. And then to create a work that can be used. So a marketing plan actually consists of analyzing marketing opportunities, selecting the target markets and the target audience, designing the strategies, developing the marketing programs, and managing, the marketing effort. So all of these steps, I can tell you, is not a one team job to do. For example, in order to analyze the marketing opportunities, you actually need to do the market research. Trust me, creative people cannot really do that effectively. Planners and accounts. Planners is actually the ones who, at best at this job. They can do the market research, they can pull out the data, they can read the data, which is, data analysis. And then from that data, they turn the numbers, the data into useful information. And that turns into creative brief. So I adore those, planners who can actually use all of those, social listening tools, market reports, researching by surveying or, focus group discussion or, many other methods in order to get the market information, in order to analyze the opportunities, the pros and cons, the do's and don'ts. And from there, the whole team will sit down with the management and select on the target markets and the target audience. Then, the next step is to, we know who to approach, we know what market to approach on. So the next thing is to create on the how. Like, how are we going to approach them? Through marketing strategies, communication strategies, branding strategies. And of course, during the way, we will need to develop the marketing programs accordingly and suitable as well. But okay, and for for management, some of you or many of my old students would say that, well, I'm very enthusiastic about creating a plan, building up a beautiful plan that is that I think is workable. But many of them forgot about the aftermath which is the controlling and reporting. To me, it is very important of the final touch, the controlling of the plan. Actually, yes. Oh, sorry. I thought that someone was speaking. Sorry, I'm gonna right. Is there anything that you need to ask? Oh, okay. So in managing the marketing plan, the QC, well, quality control, or the reporting and supervising of the whole plan needs to be started from the implementation until the completion of the campaign or of the plan. Why? Okay, now it's the question like, why would you do that? Why do you need the full control from the starting of the implementation until the end? Why do you need to control that? Why do you need to watch the results?
I think the company needs the results because the results determine if there is a growth or how
Mm.
I put it. She said it's all about interest making.
Okay, so
Yes,
interest
yes,
making,
yes,
right?
it's all
All
about
right.
interest making. So the results show here if there is a growth in interest or there is a reduction in interest. Yeah. So like
Okay.
how do I put this? It sets the company or this organization on like the right path if we are going forward or we are going backward. So if the results from the customers are like, yes, the product is good, we love your product, then I think the company is heading to the right path.
Yes.
So the administration matters and the result matters too.
All right.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes. Actually, what we call it in marketing, we call it ROI, which is actually the return on investment. Yeah. So it is the same concept of what you are saying. Like, okay, so a company would put out an amount of money on marketing, right? And then they need to see whether if that investment would bring them any return, which is what you just said, which is whether if the customers like it or do not like it. And if they like it, they will buy the product so that it would increase on the return. So basically the ROI, the return on the investment, is one of the KPI, like key performance indicator in marketing plan, to see to see whether if our money is used the right way or like, was it used effectively. Yeah, so thank you. That's the first thing on the ROI. Is there any other sharing? Why do you think that control the results is important?
How about risk management?
Yes, thank you. Risk management. Yes, that's a very good answer. Risk management actually starts from the very beginning of the plan throughout the whole plan. And we need to control, or we need to watch the results regularly in order to make the adjustment timely. So let's say you launch a new campaign, right? And then you receive like some of a very like negative feedbacks, and like oh, have you seen some of the billboards recently on the streets, which has like this dark background, uh, black and green, which says which has like the saying of like a child, and then a saying that, oh, I just want to be innocent, I don't want to be competitive. Have you seen that advertisement on the billboards on the street lately? Okay,
No.
maybe not. All right, no, it's fine. So, there's just like some example of, a new product. So actually, it is a new product that is being launched in the market, and you may have heard of Milo and Ovaltine, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So those are the, long-term competitions or competitors from many years ago, and they actually use the billboards in order to to state out their brand's message to the consumers, and many of them are very conflicting with each other, which has raised many controversial conversations among the target audience, moms and young consumers as well. But it was a very healthy healthy to me. It was a very healthy competition until lately. A newcomer in the market that does the same, that does the same method, but with a to me it was a very negative approach, and which can cause confusion for the consumers, that they might think that advertisement belongs to either Milo or Ovaltine. So, which is actually a very bad first move to me as a marketer. Creating negative, confusing, controversial conversations is not a good way to, start a new venture. And actually, it increases the risk of failing. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that in any campaign, in any plan that you do, try to watch out for the stats, for the statistics, for the numbers, because numbers and data, they will tell you something. They will always tell you something, whether it is wrong, or whether if you are going the right way, or whether if you just need to adjust your way around. So yes, for Facebook, like Meta business is not there, it's not exist for no reason. And we try to utilize a lot of tools in order to extract data. But it is more important that you know how to read the data. Yeah, I will show you that later on. Okay. All right. CMOs, which is actually very big. It's a chef marketing officers. Well, their functions consist of strengthening the brands, measuring the effectiveness, driving the development of the new product based on the customer needs, gathering meaningful customer insights, and utilizing new market technology. All right. So, okay. This question actually is quite broad, but I just need to ask you. Do you think that the responsibility for marketing lie entirely in the hands of a CMO? What about the smaller organizations that have limited or no marketing, department? How will the marketing be managed then? What do you think?
We have BD, business development,
BD, yes.
and sales manager.
Sales manager. But do you think like for business development and sales manager, they have the, they have the skills and they have the knowledge for marketing?
In the reality, if they're a customer, then they have the skill. I mean, in the working world, it's all about customer. What's the revenue you bring in? CMO is more about is in a higher entity. I would say that they are doing the branding, they are doing marketing campaign and collaboration, MOUs, and etc. They are in the higher band. I would say business development and marketing, they are on the smaller scale. maybe like, if a CMO, I would say that in the scale of would have a bigger number of customer, more than 5. But business development is the open market, maybe 2 or 3, and then sales manager will be one-on-one with the customer. That's how I look at it. Yeah.
Which is actually, like a great way of looking at it, because to me, right, in reality, when, like after years of working, I realized that, those who actually have more time, connecting or, talking, speaking, interacting with the customers, will actually understand them. I wouldn't say like more, but they would have more opportunities to understand the customer because they interact with them every day. But like there's this tiny little thing about the customer insights. Yeah. So
Yes. Trust.
yes.
Trust. The interaction gets their trust.
Yes,
Yes, as you
that's
said
true.
earlier, trust. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually, like all the sales and all the traditional marketing starts with, physical and face-to-face conversations and
Face-to-face
persuasion.
interaction, yeah. So
Yes.
there you understand the body language, the expression, the facial expression, yeah. Okay.
Yes. Great. So that leads to the next thing that I want to tell you about the customer insights. Yeah. Because nowadays a lot of us, including me as well, back in the days or even now, we use the tools or like social listening tools and data collection tools in order to collect the information, or in order to collect what our customers say online, or what our customers type online and give feedbacks online on website, on like forums, on like Facebook or social media, right? But I have experienced quite a lot of projects that what they show online or what they say online does not always align with what they really think. And what we need to extract out from them is actually what they really think back of their head, which affects on their buying behavior. So be careful on that. Okay, don't just always rely on tools. Try try talking to your customers. Try exploit them. Try exploiting them. Try to extract information out from them. You can actually find a lot of interesting aspect or ways of thinking. Yeah, there's a chat. Let me see the chat. Yes, we do the user interviews as well. Oh, actually, until now, right, a lot of FMCG, like FMCG brands, shampoo, or Omo, like the washing,
detergents and soaps.
yeah. They still do a lot of face-to-face product testing.
Testing,
Yes.
A and B.
Yes. And then they do focus group discussion, and they discuss with the customers, and they say like, yeah, do you like the smell? Why do you don't like that smell? And to me, like, it is still a very effective way when you still interact with each other, and it is one of the best communication strategy that you can do for a brand. Well, no, you don't need to do this. All right. So some core marketing concepts. Well, yeah, there are a lot of concepts, but there's like needs, wants, and demand, target markets, positioning, segmentation, offerings and brands, value and satisfaction, marketing channels, supply chain, competition, marketing environment. There are a lot. But what I can tell you is that any product or any service, they will have specific approach or specific way to bring that product and service to your target audience or to your customers. So the best way, the one of the best way is to understand your customer insight, to really understand what your customer needs in order to give them the right thing. So where does the marketing mix fall into? So these are like the concepts. Yeah. So the marketing mix is actually, to me, it is the how-to. It is like the how-to plan of like a marketing plan, like the how-to. So like for example, like when we talk about 4Ps. So what are the 4Ps?
Yeah, product, pricing, place, and what's the product, pricing, place,
Product, price,
yeah,
where,
yeah. That I
place,
said pricing, promotion.
yes,
Yeah,
and promotion.
yeah.
Yes.
Product,
So that
pricing, place, and promotion.
yes. So I put this down here. Oh, sorry. The 4Ps is actually about product, price, place, and promotion. So to me, okay, so anyone heard of like the 7Ps? Have you heard of the 7Ps?
Yes.
Yeah, what
Profit,
others? Do you still remember?
purchase price, place, and promotion.
Yes. People?
Yeah, people. People, yeah.
And then
People,
what
and
else?
then process. Process.
Process, and then what else?
Mm.
Just six. Six.
Physical evidence.
Okay, evidence.
Yes, physical evidence.
And that's
People, process.
yeah, people.
People,
Okay.
project,
Go ahead.
physical
Yes.
evidence.
I put that
Yeah.
in the meeting chat so that you can take a look at that later. So 7Ps consists of the 4Ps, right? With some new Ps, which is people, process, and physical evidence. So okay, so if you take a look at these, like 4Ps and 7Ps, what do you feel or what do you see? What is the difference between the 4Ps and the 7Ps, except that there's more Ps?
Okay. The four P's has to do with the marketing mix without people centricity. It doesn't really involve people to take. Those are factors that doesn't really involve people. It doesn't involve people, yeah. Whereas the physical evidence, the people, and processing involves people.
Yes, that's great. So, as you may know, the 4Ps is actually the very, I would say, quite traditional way, of doing the marketing, which is actually product centric. Whereas the 7Ps is actually focus more on people and the
People
experience. Yes, people centric and the experience that the brand brings to the customer, the people. Yeah. So that to me is, one of the biggest difference. One is product based and one is one is product centric and one is people centric. And yeah, just a tiny question for you. Are you choose business centric? So just asking. So based on what you observe, right? Based on what you observe these days in your daily life, which of the marketing mix that would you apply if you ever launch, a new product or service in the market?
I think for me, I will go with the product. I'll go with product first because one thing that encompasses product knowledge is for you to bring out or launch any product, you've identified a problem, and that product is coming up with a solution. So that is the gap first before you now say, okay, let me go through the people centricism, understanding the user's pain points. What problem would I be solving for the particular market audience or target audience? So I think understanding the concept of your product is what comes to mind first, because in that product, the understanding helps you to identify a problem and then prefer a solution to users' pain point. Yeah, so whatever the users give you as feedback will now determine how you would want to develop the product further, before launching, and then with maybe user feedback loops, user interviews, user research, that would help you now know how to iterate further and improve the features of the product that you're about to launch. So I think I would first deal with product centricism, and then do with people centricism much later.
Thank you. Wow, that's a very good answer. Great. No, seriously, yeah, it was great, because I was about to say that I wouldn't really want you guys to choose like from the start, because let's keep in mind that when you do the marketing, it should be flexible and it should be adjustable. People, with very determined mindset would say like, no, you need to stick with, the plan. You need to, stick with what you created from the start. But that's not how marketing plans work, because you need to focus on how many or how much products or services that you sell out. So if the importance lie in focusing in the product, you will apply the 4P. And if the product and services would focus more on the experience of the the people, then you apply it with the different concept. So there is no, yes, of course, I'm not saying that do not stick with the goal. So the business goal and the expected outcome, the I would say the business goal has to be concrete, and it has to come from the management. So the way to get there, it needs to be flexible, which is the marketing plan. Yes, roadmaps. Thank you. Oh, yes, fire problem and solve it efficiently. Thank you, Francis. Okay. Actually, it's actually, it's almost 9. I don't really want to keep you guys late for the class. But okay, so for actually the rest of the slides would consist of some of the marketing concept, but you can read it further in the slides. And what is important that what is a takeout of the session today? I think that luckily that I covered all that with you guys through the discussion. One is, why is marketing important? Yeah. And secondly is well, okay, let me just cover on the slides, which is actually a grab up. Okay, here we go. Okay. We understand why marketing is important. We understand, well, what is the scope of marketing? What do you need to do? And why do you need to do that? Some fundamental marketing concepts. And well, yeah, how marketing management has changed through times. We started from traditional, now we go to digital, and we need, sorry, and we need different approaches and different roadmaps and different strategies. Yeah, and well, we will cover the necessary task for the task. Actually, it was a slide that covers in the CMO, but just to just to grab up the necessary task, I would say for marketing management, it is to create a harmony working environment between the teams. Understand your target audience. Give the right information at the right time to the right people. And finally, control. Turn your data into, something, into useful information that to help you to adjust or to, beautify your plan and to make it work properly. All right. Okay. Is there any question for me? Anything that you need me to cover more? Anything that you need me to clarify?
So, the group assignment on this slide, what's it about?
Yes.
When are we doing it?
Okay. So for the group assignment for this one, I will make some little adjustment. Yeah, based on what we have learned today. But basically, I will need you guys to so this is not a group assignment for this week. You won't be able to complete the whole assignment for this within this week. But this is the expected assignment for a group once that you form a group. First thing, you need to choose. Yeah, you need to choose a product or a service of
Excuse me.
yes.
Excuse me, please. Are we to choose ourselves? Are you to group us?
Yes. Sorry. Let me walk you guys through again. Sorry. Yeah, Elias, you have something to say?
Yes, so I would like to clarify back for the members. So in each group we have to be 5 members, right?
No. Okay. So the total number of our class is 17, right? So there will be 3 groups of 4 people and 1 group of 5. So the minimum is 4 and the maximum is 5. So the maximum groups of is 4. Sorry.
Oh, actually we already recruit 5 members.
Hey, that's great. So you let's be the first and the only group of 5. So there will be 3 more groups that consists of 4 people. And sorry, Emmanuel, right? I will let you guys find your all teammates. I will not assign until next Monday, because the deadline of submitting the group members is next Monday. So if by next Monday you still haven't got a group, I will assign randomly. So from now until the end of the week, which means until Sunday, you can chat with each other, contact each other, and form a group.
Excuse me, do we need to submit the names to you after we form the group?
Yes, please. So
We
once
will do
that
it in the
you
classroom chat.
sorry.
We will do it in the classroom chat. Just send to you in via email.
In email. Yes,
Okay.
email me, please. Yeah, so that I can
Or
have
like
the whole.
Google Form.
Can we can
Got
we
it.
have the WhatsApp group for everyone?
The Google Form. This.
So okay, because not everyone was here from the start, so here are some reminders. So first thing, we are going to have around 18 sessions for the whole course. But however, we are going to have a very big holiday coming up at the end of April. So 30th and 1st of May, right? So then we will be losing 2 sessions by then. So that we have to have some makeup sessions in the weekends. Yeah. So
Yes.
I will be sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will send out an email to all of you, which consists of a Google form link to ask you guys, on which days are you comfortable having the extra session, and from when to when. I will have multiple choice, so that I can collect all of your opinions and then to decide. I have to submit it to the admission department as well. Yeah, is that clear?
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's clear enough.
Elias, yes. So the second thing is about the group member list. So yes, you need to submit your group member list to me through email. Yeah. So in the email, please state, the full name and the student ID, so that I can put that in my Excel file for tracking later.
Okay, so I just put up a memo
Yes.
on the chat box. If you want to join a group with me, I'll be leaving my WhatsApp group so that we'll make up a group and then forward to her. Thank you.
Okay, that's great.
Miss
Okay.
Bain,
Yes.
okay, can we connect on LinkedIn?
Oh, my LinkedIn?
Yes, please kindly share so that we connect.
Okay, fine.
If that's okay with
Maybe.
you.
Yes, that's okay. That's totally fine with me. Don't worry.
Yeah. So
LinkedIn. I will paste my LinkedIn in the meeting chat. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's my LinkedIn. All right, so well, sorry for keeping you guys late. So just one last thing. I need to do the attendance check. So there are 15 of you guys here, is that correct? Okay, let me go through. Is that Danny? Danny, yes. Okay, can I ask for your name, and if you are present in the class, just please say yes, or text me in the chat box so that it will be much faster. Okay, so Anil Bull, you're here. Daniel Jr., you're here too, right?
Yes, Honorable is here.
Yes. Explosion. Thank you. I will take that as a compliment. Okay, Samuel, you are here, right? Okay, Emil. Oh my God, I have to search for Emil. Emil. Something Minh Thịt Khang. Minh Thịt Khang.
Yes, I'm present. Yeah.
Yes.
Just call me man. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so Hin Miu. Yes. Okay. Thank you. And I believe that Oka Pang is here. Okay, so Andra Chan Nie, right? I am so sorry if I
Yes,
spell your
here.
names wrong.
Yes, here. You can call me Elias.
Okay. Elias, okay, thank you. Okay, Min Panyati.
Yes, it's Tom.
Oh, okay, so hi. Okay, so Ola Holo. Is that a J or H?
It's a J, Olajolo. I'm
Is
here.
Jola. Okay, thank you. Just to make sure. Oh, Mr. Progress, you're here. I see you. Francis is here.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Okay, Amio, you're here. Hey, Helen, Heten. Yeah, I saw a Lynn here. Okay, is there Fatai to Hipshola?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I heard you. Oh, wait, so everyone is present here? Oh. Why do I have everyone present here, but then, I'm missing two? Because there are like 17 of us. 17 in total, and then there are like 15 of us here. Could be. Why is everyone like present? Okay, just to double check again.
Chair, you didn't
Okay.
call my name.
Sorry?
You didn't call my name.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I will just like do this. Yeah, I will share my screen. I am so sorry. I suck at this. Here. Okay. So these are the list.
I didn't hear my name.
Yeah, I'm the last one.
The last one here, right?
Yes, Chair.
I didn't hear my name.
Innocent, right?
Yeah.
Here, I got you as president. I saw your name on the list.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, there's like two Emmanuel. There's one Uzoma.
Emmanuel.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, so Emmanuel Uzoma here, right? And then Oko Samuel.
No, he's not in class. He's not in class.
Okay. And Daniel Jr., you're here. Innocent Intena?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Tohib Shola. Okay, I heard you. Fatah Shohib Shola?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Mintet Kang? Yes, I heard. Kimio Kyo? Yes, present. Okay. Kapang.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, yeah. Jamie, yes, I heard. Min Panya?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's Tom. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay, this one. Okay, Mr. Progress. Yeo Ki Heng, Francis? Yes, Francis is here. Okay, another Emmanuel.
Yes, present.
All right. Nailin Head. I saw a Lin. Is there a Lin here? I saw like name on the. I saw the name on the list. Nailin Hete. Okay. Tin Lai, yes. Chola Yi, yes. Hey, there should be something wrong, but anyhow, yes, okay. Thank you, everyone. Attendance checked. Okay, so thank you very much for participating in the class today. It was a very great first class for me, and I hope that you have the same experience as well.
Thank
So
you so
I'll
much.
see you guys on Friday. Yeah, good night.
Good night, Chair.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.